Hello, I'm Scott. I'm the breathing guy. I will train you to locate, generate, activate core key energy in physical activity. This video series I'm going to deal with self-defense. And it's not just self-defense, it's a type of self-defense for Christians. Because Christians are the most persecuted group in the world today. And I want to develop a self-defense system so they can defend themselves. Now, the foundation system I'm going to use is called Hapkido, H-A-P-K-I-D-O, and it's called Natural Hapkido Christian Defense. And what makes this different than other videos per se is it's going to be designed to use your belief. I love the angel Michael. Michael is my angel for this video series. I'm going to do the best by him in the sense of what it takes to be a martial arts, what it takes to really defend yourself and others. Is clarity, purpose, directional force involved. So you can help others and yourself. Being a victim doesn't help anyone if you don't have to be. So this whole video series is going to give you a natural way, I call it natural Hapkido situations. And I'm going to deal with situations that people get themselves into in self-defense. Now, there's going to be two types of videos I'm going to make. One is for YouTube, general everyone. And then I'm going to have a special series. I'm going to show self-defense is only for Christians because I don't want people to see these other techniques. It's, how can I say? I'm afraid some people might be using for inappropriate devastation or hurting people. So understanding the variety and range of what I'm going to offer. Now, you can go to YouTube and type in H-A-P-K-I-D-O and Hapkido and see a lot of different instruction approach. And I'm going to different from that. Sometimes they call it combat Hapkido. To me, Hapkido is inherently combat. Any good martial arts is there to work for your defense, either offense, defense, whatever. And it's finding the techniques, finding the methods that you need to, if you want to say, preserve your life or help others in life. That's the bottom line. And what I show you, you can apply. Now, for you Christians, if you find a partner, all you males, this is a very male-orientated self-defense. Females need something else, but this is male involved. So understanding, having a partner so you can practice these techniques, practice, get the feel, because this is a natural Hapkido form. My instructor always said, these movements, these techniques should be done naturally. How do you make something naturally? And your opponent, you come soft, you come fluid, you do the circle principle. Those are the basic principles. There's actually 4 principles. One is the circle principle, water principle, path of least resistance, and the last one is spirit. How to put your spirit, that's the breath, that's core breathing. How to use your internal forces within the external motion. Basically, there's 3 points within the movements you see in self-defense or basically in anything. There's what you see, that's with movement, hands like this. How are you doing it inside yourself? What muscles are you using? You using your shoulders or are you using your hips? And the third is mind. What is your mind involved in? Is it feeling what you're doing? Is it thinking something else? It's your mind awareness. What is your mind awareness doing? So there's 3 points within the physical techniques. This is really designed for Christians to defend themselves. Because being a persecuted group, you have to be prepared. If you want to help yourself or help others. And the biggest, Michael, being clear, like Michael is, on what is evil, what isn't, what do you have to do, and what you don't have to do. The beauty I picked of Hapkido, I chose this of all the martial arts I knew of my time, many girls. I've been in Hapkido for almost 30 years. I'm old now, so a lot of things I learned, I'm sort of distilled down and be very effective. And I love Hapkido for what it does, because your whole body is involved, your breath involved in self-defense, and you have variety. A lot of martial arts, you either have to hit hard or don't hit at all. You have to have Hapkido with its variety. You can have give a little pain or a whole lot of pain. You can disarm or destroy. That's it. So there's a continuum of force that you have control of. You control the situation. You control how much force you need. And developing that range of really peak force to controlling different levels. I always like to, when I was sparring after a certain point, I like to control my opponent. Winning got too easy. Hapkido techniques, there are some techniques I can show you that you can eliminate any opponent within a second or less. One blow, that's it. That's it, there's one. And how do you deal with people grabbing you, especially when they're bigger? How you can, where do you go? The techniques, look at the variety. If you look at Hapkido videos, we have punching, we have kicking, we have twisting and throwing. They're all four, and you blend them all together. You can punch to twist, you can punch to throw, or you can distract. And Hapkido is basically taking a person out of a balance when you move and pain. There's no part in Hapkido that doesn't involve a degree of pain, of some degree, because pain at the beginning is a distraction of the mind of your opponent. If you don't throw his balance off and apply a little fear or pain in, his focus is to hit you or hurt you. So distraction through balance, slight balance difference, and all the techniques I will show you will have some degree of that, of how to get the person's balance off. And balance is the head moving. We're talking that much. That gives you a half to a quarter of a second of immobility in your opponent. That's all you need. I'll show you a range of approaches from your feet up involved. This is a situation Hapkido. Understand that. This is situational Hapkido, where we put you in a setting where you face one person, two people, even three people. What do you do if three big people or whatever want to intimidate you or want to actually hurt you? How do you approach of trying to neutralize them? How to eliminate the threat? Michael is the archangel that I use. Study him in his clarity, so you don't do anything out of fear or out of hate. You do it out of purpose. That's when you have you do not have fear. You have to lower your fear. If you have fear, internal fear, or afraid of being hit, it's a distraction to purpose. Understanding that is a key element of developing this whole approach that I'm going to give you in Hapkido. It's natural Hapkido Christian defense. That is the title of the YouTube video. And I will have ones on video and then one in private you have to sign up to when you're a Christian. And I'm dealing with all Christians. I don't care if faith or even monotheistic, because the secular world is after you. I don't care. If you're religious, the secular world is after you. Then you have other groups. And Christianity is being, if you want to say, persecuted really bad around the world involved. And how to defend, how to view fear, how, know your surroundings, be aware of your surroundings, and what are your options. And all martial arts do is give you options. That's all. To try to preserve your life or protect someone else's life. That's it. But it is a physical act, it's a mental coordination, it's a purpose. And with those three elements involved, this is what you have to work on to develop one by one. It's a sensation. Practicing this is practicing your whole sense of purpose being involved. I love martial arts, I love sparring, and it's like the intensity, the focus when you get into it. It's just phenomenal. It's a new sensation. It is a very interesting sensation. Any great masters They're so casual in it. They're so fluid in it. They're so comfortable in it. That's what's nice about it. But that is how. So what levels you want to reach, fine. But this is situational Hapkido, so it'll give you hopefully I'll give you 2 to 3 options in any situation. Is the goal of this whole video series. So this is Scott, the trainer for Natural Hapkido Christian Defense. Look for the videos and hope you enjoy them. And any comments are greatly appreciated. I can show you what's optional.